these individuals who have come to the university, who are working on NSERC grants, who are excellent researchers and excellent and exceptional students, now have no future. Their future has been impeded, and their ability to continue at this academic institution has been frustrated. So the question remains for all of us to contemplate whether the actions of this administration have in fact gone against the very fundaments of what this university stands for.
Hello, my name is Marc Kelly. I have worked with Dr. Rancourt for since 2003, when I got my first undergraduate research award from NSERC. My research project is in superferromagnetism, which is a field of research that Dr. Rancourt co-founded in the 1980s. And as such, Dr. Rancourt makes a pretty ideal supervisor, and is actually probably about the only person who can supervise my project, considering that the other experts in the field espouse a different and competing idea of the interpretation of superferromagnetism. Since the beginning of my master's degree 10 months ago, there's a few examples of what had happened. My department has twice told me to move my office without warning or support, and without my supervisor being aware of the changes. That's right, they just said, move, and I said, does my supervisor know anything about this? And they said, no. Next, my department has refused to give me keys to access my research group's documents. They're in a lab that I once had a key to. They refused to give me the key again. My department chairman has taken actions on several occasions which I consider harassment. The Dean of Science has invaded my laboratory and office, kicked me out without informing me why, and disassembled our lab. The university has banned my supervisor from campus for false reasons unrelated to my research, and unrelated to graduate student supervision, making the normal interaction that I need with him pretty much impossible. So if I lose Dr. Rancourt, I lose my project and the years of work that I put into developing the knowledge and developing the project. And while there is a fair amount of discussion about how exactly the university should act, I think that it's clear that this is how we do not want it to act.
The basis upon which the legal action of the students is founded is a basis that any student can found an action against the administration, in the sense that there is a contractual relationship between graduate students or any students and the administration. And when the administration acts in defiance of their statutory duties, when they act in defiance of what is expected by their mission statement, there are certain expectations and there are certain entries that flow from that. So we have framed the action today, or my clients have framed their action in terms of breach of contract, in terms of what the expected obligations of the university are. Additionally, the action has been framed as what they call misfeasance in public office, and the contention, the allegation is made in this document, which I'm holding here, that Professors André Lallone and Gary Slater have acted in a manner that was not in the best interest of the research agenda of these students, and was in fact done to target Professor Rancourt. And that is a question to be determined by a court, whether it's appropriate for a university administration to, without regard for the academic careers and professions, potential future professions of students, to take action against a professor.
My name is Hickey. I completed my undergraduate studies here in physics, and I registered as a master's science student in physics with Professor Rancourt last December. I was called to a meeting with the Dean of Science, André Lallone, and the Dean of Graduate Studies, Gary Slater. At this meeting, the deans intimidated me and acted in breach of contract. I came to attend the Faculty of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies at this university on a fully funded scholarship to work with a leading world expert in environmental nanoparticle physics, not to be coerced and treated with such disdain. I am pursuing this legal claim against the university, and Dean Slater and Lallone in particular, in order to ensure that other students do not get treated this way in the future.
The thing which all of the students today are asking for, and which we have asked the administration for is simply, if there is a labor relations issue with Professor Rancourt, until that issue is adjudicated before an independent arbitrator, allow these students, allow this research associate Mei-Zhen to continue in this environment until we know, legally speaking, and from an independent standpoint, that the actions and discipline taken against Professor Rancourt